Hi guys, FrostFangs here and welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some Talus today, going for max speed Talus to be specific in a way that I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend. As I'm sure you know, if you've seen me play Talus before, I do actually like a decent amount of movement speed in my setups. I rock Evanescent like level 3 or 4 in my usual ones, but in this one we have it level 5, and on top of that we also have a card that buffs its movement speed an extra 50%, which is crazy, but only in very specific situations, which is why I'm not sure if I'm going to recommend this setup, but it should be some good fun, should make for a good video. So yeah, I just pretty much explained it, but we've got Evanescent 5 for 40% movement speed whenever we're in F. We've got cooldown reduction on the F, cooldown reduction on the punch with the Q, and also a tiny bit of extra health. And then I guess the main card, which is one I don't think I've ever seen in game, is called Carry Through, which is an interesting concept for a card, but in practice I think it's going to be pretty damn janky because it's a pretty hefty card. It's a 10% movement speed buff per level for 3 seconds whenever you hit somebody with your punch, but that last part really is the key section of it, the fact that it only triggers when you actually land the punch. It doesn't trigger when you just use it. Just going to get out of the way straight in the intro. What I really think this card should be is just a movement speed buff after you use the punch, and obviously if they did change it to that, it shouldn't be 50% because that'd be way too much. It could easily be even half of that, 25%, 30% max level. It would still be pretty damn good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the intro. For the talent, I'm probably going to go for Inner Strength. Faustian Bargain would still work quite well here, but I'm just way too adjusted to Inner Strength to not use it, and it also works quite well with the setup because it does still reset the punch. But for game 1, we've got King of the Hill, Magistrate's Archive. Shoutouts to Hunter X Revenge and also Wars 510. Frosty, you look like a Viking. I appreciate the compliment. I think I follow you from France. Shouts to those of you guys that watch me from France and anywhere else in the world. I really do appreciate you viewing my stuff and hopefully enjoying it. For the team, we've got a Ceres, a Term, a Tiberius, and a Willow. We're up against an Andro, an Amani, a Tyra, a Ying, and a Genos. Would have been kind of nice to go up against a tank so we can land the punch a little bit easier, but I wonder if it triggers against Ying decoys or if you hit like a barrack turret. I think it goes through turrets, but I'm like 90% sure it'll hit a Ying decoy. I wonder if it will still give us the movement speed though. Go ahead and grab Inner Strength and then the setup. I really forgot where I put it there. I guess we'll go for Hi-Rez to start because they do have the double support. Just to show you how quick we are by default in the F, it's already kind of ridiculous. You add on top of that the 50%, which does sadly get hit by diminishing returns a little bit, and from there it just goes even more crazy. I guess we should also be getting Nimble as well. It's kind of redundant, you definitely don't need it, but we'll get it just for the sake of the video. For the talents, we've got Decimation, we've got Predatory Instinct, Scorn, Mortal Reach, Pyromania, Power Cosmium is going to definitely suck, didn't even think about going up against that. Focusing Lens, Curse Revolver, and then whatever the Tyra grabs. Definitely expecting to get kind of bodied by the Genos, but I guess I'm going around for a long flank. There's a bunch of shots, there's a punch. I think I actually did still hit it there. I thought I was going to hit the decoy, but there we go. I guess you keep the speed after you teleport back, so you saw how freaking glidey we were there. There's a punch for the Genos. Cool, thank you for the kill. The movement speed on this is ridiculous. The thing is with Paladins, whenever you get like a huge movement speed buff, it just feels like you're ice skating, which is not a bad thing, but it's something that is definitely still, you know, kind of foreign to me because I don't play too many setups with crazy movement speed normally unless I'm making a video. There goes the Ying. Hello, Andrew. I don't have my abilities up, so just give me 1 sec, my guy, and then I can actually fight you normally. There is the F. There is a punch, which just missed because of course it did. I'm going to get the grip and then teleport back, but I forgot he's got a cripple, so I can't do that. Fuck. Guess we're going to need some resilience. I'll go ahead and throw the F and go after the Ying. Sure, we'll get the shot and the follow-up punch, which again didn't land. I literally tapped you square in the noggin there, my guy, and you didn't take any damage. There goes the Tyra. Timing on that was really weird. It teleported me like a couple seconds after I hit the button. The movement speed buff is actually surprisingly nice. The thing I think they do need to do with the card though, like I said in the intro, is either make it so it triggers regardless of whether you hit somebody or increase the duration, because 3 seconds is kind of short after you punch somebody. If it still gave 50% for 5 seconds after you landed a punch, then it would definitely feel a lot more rewarding. Just trying to avoid the fire, but I guess she keeps throwing it out because she's got a reset. We got rid of the Genos. There's a missed punch because of course I missed it. What is the plan? I guess I'm just insta-dead. Andrew just got rid of the Will. I'm going to teleport back. He's probably still going to blast me. Maybe not. I guess we're fine. There's a punch for him. There's the Q. He's still up on like no health. He got momentum carried there. Kind of funny. I'm just going to wiggle back over here. We finished off Hi-Rez. We're getting like freaking resilience and nimble next. There's a double punch onto the Genos. The speed on that is genuinely kind of crazy. Even without the punch, the 40% from Evanescent is kind of ridiculous, but you add on top of the 50%, it's just mad. But on top of that kind of already ridiculous setup, we're also getting max nimble just to add on to it. I think this might be the fastest setup in Paladins. I can't say for sure. If there's a one faster than this, please tell me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this is actually the most movement speed you can get until you hit like a hard cap from diminishing returns stuff. Let's just block off the Ying a little bit. Well done, team. We'll blink back. Hello, Tyra. You were kind of waiting for me. I missed the punch, but she's going for the ult. I guess I'm still going to win the fight though. Get bodied. Her ult's down. Finish off our nimble. So we've now got 21% from that, 50% from the punch, 40% from the F. I can't see how you could get any faster than this. If there is a setup, like I said, please do let me know. I am insta-dead. Jesus Christ, I think I got double headshotted there by the Andro. Managed to pull a pretty big lead on the point there because the team was sat on it for ages. We got rid of the Amani, get some shots on these guys, teleport back so I don't get gripped by the Genos. Andro is, I guess, going in. I guess I should emote so I can see over. Okay, oh, bait. The bait actually worked. There's some shots. He's pulling up the reversal. I may be dead because there's somebody behind me. It's the Ying. Get rid of the decoy, throw the F down, teleport back to it, hit her with a punch, pop the Q. Where is she going? I have no idea, but we're alive. Guess she's still just here. Can we finish her off? I thought I was going to die to the decoy then, but we're fine. We'll get some resilience. I'm really not feeling too helpful. We'll pop the emote just so we can see up there. That is the Tyra just there. I'm going to throw the F and go for the ult. Let's go single out the Andro. because he's on his own, right? There's a follow-up punch. That doesn't work. Okay, there's some shots for him. He's going to pull up the reversal. Same play we made last time, and then we're going to finish him off. Cool. I've done that thing like 3 times with him. Finished off Resilience, so we're pretty much set here on items. I finished off Nimble and Cauterize a little while ago. We'll pop the F. Hello, Armani. She's been pretty easy to get rid of so far. There's a kill on the Tyra. Missed the punch. I guess the whole game didn't really realize what was going on there. Tried to punch the Andro. Didn't work. All of my abilities are down, so I'm playing kind of careful here. Hello, Ying and Genos. I think they just spawned in there. I don't know. I'm going to pop the F and go round, I suppose. Hello, Genos. There's a punch for the movement speed buff. The game lags so bad whenever I do that. It just doesn't know what to do with me getting that much speed, I think. Pretty much the entire team was paying attention to me there. I have my mark up in a pretty bad spot. I'm pretty sure Tyra's going to be looking at me. There's the blink. The delay on that was mental. I might be dead. I'm going to punch in here. I am revealed, so I reckon I am a goner. Ceres hit me with a heal. Smooth moves actually kind of paid off. There goes the Genos. Nice. We nearly got the ult again. There's the F. There's some shots. There's a punch. There's the blink again. I am so dead. Just going to hold fire at this door. I guess Ceres isn't even alive. There's a punch across here. I'm so gone. I guess I should pop the ult to maybe go after the Genos or the Tyra. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but she's gone. There is the F. There's the heal. There's a punch. What the hell was that play? That was an absolute mess. I probably shouldn't have even used my ult because no one was chasing me, but I guess we got the Tyra with us. I don't know. Died to Andro again, but I'm pretty sure I've said this in every single one of my Talus videos I've recorded since they changed his punch, but I hope they do kind of put it back towards what it was, or at least a little bit closer to that at some point in the future, because I know a lot of people don't mind it, but for me, the punch is just so inconsistent. As you saw just there, I tried to punch the Tyra. I feel like I should have landed it, and it just didn't land. Like 80% of the time when I throw the punch, I feel like it should hit, and a lot of the time it doesn't. Obviously, 20% of the time I just straight miss, or I use it for movement or whatever, but yeah, the punch is inconsistent. I hope they do revert it back to closer to what it was, but like I said in those videos, I think before it was a little bit too much. Now it definitely isn't enough. I think it should be somewhere in the middle. The enemy Andro seems pretty salty here in the chat, which is kind of concerning, to be honest, considering it was a casual onslaught. It wasn't even onslaught, it was King of the Hill, but don't really know how you could get this salty over a casual onslaught. I can like kind of get it a little bit with casual siege. I can understand it a little bit more so than that in like a ranked mode or whatever, but casual onslaught, really? Is he really being an elitist about playing Androxys? For real? He's like living into the Andro edgy stereotype as much as possible. Don't really have anything else to add. I reported him for being a bit of an ass, but let's go through the stats top to bottom. Willow struggled quite a bit there, 25k. Felt we did pretty good, 17, 61k. Definitely could have done better, but I don't think I did badly. Term struggled a little bit, but didn't do bad. The Tiberius did decent. The Ceres did alright. The Armani did okay. The Genos did pretty good, but his grip wasn't really that annoying. I think he only actually gripped me like 1 or 2 times in the entire game, so I kind of wasted buying Resilience there. Then the Ying did alright, so did the Tyra. The Andro definitely did the best, but he is in no way in a position there to BM people for doing badly, considering he went 14, 10, and then 65k, which definitely isn't that good. Overall, the setup worked quite well, though it was a little bit inconsistent because the punch is inconsistent. I think they either need to change the card so that it triggers regardless of whether you hit somebody, or I guess maybe give it a longer duration, or they need to change the punch to make it work actually the way that it feels like it should, because I've said it loads, I've shown it a ton in videos, but the punch is just super inconsistent. I don't even think I really need to go into why. Anyway, for match 2, we've got Onslaught Marauder support, we've got an Andro, we've got a Tyra. Shoutouts to Neil Scolio, I'm guessing is how you'd say that name. That is the Andro. We also then have a Genos and a Makoa. Talus vid soon. He knows what's up, although I'm not going to respond to him because obviously when I'm recording stuff, I wait and give you guys a bit of a surprise. We're up against a 12-volter Vivian, Armani, Genos, and an Andro though, so pretty even teams again. We'll start off with some Court and some Nimble. We've got Curse Revolver. Luminary should help out quite a bit. Half Shell, Pyromania, Curse Revolver, Binary Star, Direct Current is going to kind of suck, but luckily the Genos isn't going for the grip. Is there a problem with my loadout? What's he going for? That seems like a pretty standard Genos setup, to be honest. For some reason, I am lagging all over the place. I just ran up this hill like 3 times. What is going on? I'm not even moving and the game is teleporting me around. What's happened? The ping is apparently 31, but I am literally teleporting everywhere, and so is everybody else. I know Paladin servers have been a bit iffy in some regions, but mine was actually kind of decent recently, but I guess this one is just completely fried. I can't even get out of where spawn is. I feel like did I just run off the map? Did it just teleport me off the map? It just did. Somehow Andro was able to stand on it for a little bit, but this game is absolutely cursed. Like, I have no idea what's happening. I'm clearly not the only person experiencing it, because Andro and Tyra there in the chat are also having a bit of a weird time. At least I've been able to dismount now, although I can't really get anywhere near the enemy team. I'm just holding fire at them. Okay, doesn't really seem to be getting any better. It seems like I might have been disconnected. We've definitely had somebody DC on our side, and they're not even showing, but I think I've just been kicked. Have I just been kicked? Oh yeah, it's frozen. I've been kicked. Apparently I've been kicked back to the main menu. I don't know if I've ever had that happen more than 1 or 2 times on like the PTS, but I guess we just had it happen here on live. That's a new one. That's definitely a new one. We'll go ahead and requeue for TDM and Onslaught again. Let's jump into, yeah, I guess a proper game 2. I don't even know how to segue out of that. Alright, well, for game 3 or 2, I guess, we've got King of the Hill, Trade District, we've got a Tiberius, we've got an Iowa Ying, and a 12-volt. Pretty standard team, although we do have a double support, which should be kind of nice. Then we're up against a Ganessa, an Andro, a Nando, Grover, and a Willow. Also seems like our Andro from the last game, the one that just crashed and stuff, is on the enemy team there, so I guess he had the same thing happen. We'll go ahead and grab Inner Strength and then the setup. This one definitely doesn't seem to be as bad, although the Tiberius is on a pretty high ping. For talents, we've got Predatory Instincts, Thanks Grandpa, Life Exchange, and Lifelink. Then for their side, we're up against Curse Revolver, Eagle Eye, Blast Flower, Deep Root is definitely going to suck, and Aegis. Kind of a shame we've gone up against somebody who can counter us in like pretty much much all of the games today. We'll go ahead and run all the way around. I'm going to go for like the long flank here. Hopefully nobody cuts us off. That is the Andrew, but we're just going to ignore him and keep going because he's meeting us here. There's a punch. Cool. The lag on that was absolutely immense. Let's get rid of the Grover because he can root us. I was trying to use my F there, but I am a goner. The ping says 31, but there's no way it's 31 in this game. It feels super janky. The punch with Talus is janky enough, so you imagine with the servers it is even worse. Hello, Canessa. There's a bunch of shots into her. She is gone. Nice bunch of shots into the Willow. There's a punch as well. There's a bunch of shots to finish her off. It's really hard to show off the movement speed when the punch is so janky that I have to wait like 2 seconds before the game realizes that I've punched somebody. Don't really know what my plan is here. I guess we'll throw the F and kind of go around the side. Let's melt through the Grover or punch the Willow off the map. That works great. There goes the Grover. I didn't finish him off. I guess we can finish him now. There we go. Oh my god, he's on 2 health. I was so inaccurate there. I can't believe he's still alive. Cheeky bastard. Guess I can go ahead and drop the F and pop the ult. I did have to activate that twice because of course I did. See if we can finish off the Canessa. There's Grover going for the ult. I'm just going to go ahead and teleport back. I guess I used my ult to get his ult down. Not too bad of a trade. I'm pretty sure Nando is still on the point. Andrew's kind of going in on me. Can we finish him off? The Willow and Canessa. There's a punch. She's gone. Let's finish off the Willow as well. Movement speed after we punch somebody is genuinely crazy. Pop the Q to burst through the Grover. He's using his F again, but he is still gone. There goes the Nando as well. Nice. Pretty clean team wipe. Guess they're spawning over here. We can punch across. Hello, Grover. Canessa's there at the back on no health, but I guess I am just going to insta-die. What am I even meant to do to counterplay that? I just get one shot and I'm dead. Hello, Willow. I'm in the dead zone. There's a punch. There's some more shots for her. I'm out of ammo. I guess I can go ahead and pop the ult to finish her off. Yeah, sure. That was a complete waste of the ultimate, but I guess this way we get a kill. Finished off our Hi-Rez. Got a bit more nimble. Insta-kill the Canessa. Get bursted. There is the F. I'm not going to go around because I feel like they're expecting that. It's a punch for the Andro. Blink back. Hello, Willow. I guess you're running away from the team. She just used her movement. I didn't even realize she was there. Throw the F. Punch in. Blink back so that I don't instantly die. Finish off our nimble and go around, I guess, because there's no way I'm going through that doorway. Hello, Nessa. Trying to finish her off. I'm just dead again. I got rooted by the Grover and shot with the Canessa. It's the second time I've been hit with that. Like, there really isn't very much I can do to counterplay that other than just, like, not get hit in the first place by the Grover. Do they know I'm here? I don't think they do. Oh, hello, Andro. There is a punch. How does that miss? Can I get a recount on that? How does that punch miss? Pretty sure I've said this before in a different Talus video, but if they change the animation for it, it would kind of make sense because you, like, swing your entire arm round right now and then you hit somebody very clearly in the face and it just doesn't give you the damage. But like I've said in a bunch of other Talus videos, if they change the animation, it would kind of make sense because you pretty much have a needle punch right now. It's impossible to hit anybody with it, but in the animation, you're, like, fully swinging your arm around and the damage just doesn't line up with it. I'm going to blink back. The amount of damage I just took there in, like, half a second was immense. There goes the Grover. There goes the Canessa. We're definitely getting bodied here score-wise. They're pretty much tripling our score. We can go through the Nando shield, hit him with a punch. There we go. Get the movement speed buff, teleport back so I don't die because I'm running into the Anjo. We'll get some Haven. That should help a little bit. For some reason, I have to wait like 2 seconds after I punch somebody before I can even move because I guess it's still doing the animation or it's calibrating or something, which completely defeats the point of the movement speed buff because you have to wait after you punch someone. Like, the movement speed buff is already kind of short at 3 seconds, but you punch somebody and you have to wait like a second for it to calibrate that you've actually punched them, so you basically have a 2-second movement speed buff. Like, I really don't know how I could recommend this setup with how inconsistent it is. It's fun when it works, but the punch is so hard to land, and then when you do land the punch, you have to wait that it just is really awkward. I don't know why you'd run this with how much work you have to put in to get it to feel right. Although for sure I will 100% revisit this if they do change the punch or they do change like the way the card works or anything like that, because this could be a really good setup, but sadly the few things that are janky about it mean that it's not really worth going for, like the burst spray there in the end. We did obviously lose pretty heavily there. They pretty much tripled our score. Well done, enemy team. As for the stats, I don't feel like I actually did too bad. 16,6, 57k. I'll happily take that. Definitely not top damage. I think we had third top there, but the stat overall isn't too bad considering the setup we went for. As for everybody else, the Tor did pretty good. The Tiberius did alright. The IO did okay. Definitely could have done better, and the Ying did fine. Canessa there dropping in the chat, kind of hard Talus game. Indeed it was. I got comboed so many times. I only have 6 deaths, and I think 3 of those were from the root snipe combo with the Grover and the Canessa, which isn't cheesy. It's just well set up timing and stuff. I did get resilience to kind of counter it, but of course when I bought resilience, they stopped hitting me with the combo. As for the stats on their side, Willow did okay. Definitely could have done better. Grover did a pretty good job. Canessa did decent. The Andrew did decent, and then the Nando pretty much just spent the whole game sitting on the point. 300 seconds there is 10 times pretty much everybody other than the Grover. But yeah, there we go. That was max speed Talus. Not really much else I could add here at the end that I haven't said throughout the course of the video. Just to kind of summarize it, I hope they change this card, or I hope they change his punch, because it would make it a million times better, because currently I don't think I'd recommend this version of the setup. I'd recommend Evanescent. This card works really well. I have it in my other normal setups here, which you can grab if you want, but this card is so janky, mainly because of the punch being janky, that it is pretty hard to recommend, because currently you have to deal with 3 separate things: the servers being weird, the punch being inconsistent, and also when you punch somebody, sometimes you have to wait like a second before you can move. So it's 3 things that make it not really worth going for, but hopefully if they change it in the future, it will be way better. Definitely still enjoyed my time with it though. I feel like I did pretty good today actually. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, of course, let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you all very soon, and as always, stay frosty. Where's a Frosty Talus skin? He'd be a great character for it, to be honest.